Hello everybody, Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. So for this one, I'm going to be playing it a little bit differently, asking for some help from analysis and strategies on the Discord to see if I can get a handle on this matchup. It's pretty tough, especially in true solo. So for this one, I'm going to start with a Growth 2 going from top, gaining a power card. Now I already looked at these previously, and you can see it is an awful draft. So there's not really a choice here that's going to help out too much. I think that really just for elements, I'm going to take Purifying Flame because it has good elements to forget in case an event comes up. That'll help out a little bit at least. Still not very good. I'm going to go top this game again. So for this top, I think I'm going to go into... it doesn't matter too much. I think I'll go into B1. I'm going to gain 2 energy. One piece will escape. I'm just going to let it escape. Actually, I probably want to just stack up here so I can deal with the wetlands a little bit easier. So I'm going to add my presence here so I can let that piece escape into B2. And then I'm going to play Emerge and Terror. Pay for those. Alright, so fast power, I have Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I can emerge there. Let me check one thing here real quick. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and just Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence here. Abduct that Explorer. It doesn't really matter where I push this because I'm going to be moving with Emerge from Dread, so let's go here. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Invader phase, flip an event for timing, build in jungles. I will still build here. They'll build there. Okay. Then I'm going to move this over, go into the Explorer. It is wetlands, so a little bit tricky. Based on that turn 1 draft, I might just have to kind of mulligan this game. But there we go. We've got the Explorer into wetlands. Now I've still got slow power, so Terror of the Hunted and Emerge from the Dreadwind Knight. So Terror is going to go into land number 8 so that I can clear that out with the counterattack. And Emerge, I'm going to either need to emerge in B4 or B6, so let's check that out with the Discord. Alright, so I've got my slow phase set. I'm going to go ahead and emerge into B6, push out this Explorer into B5, leaving the town there so I can snatch it up with Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence next turn. Then I'm going to do Lost in the Endless Dark just at the first level, so 1 fear per invader, which is 1. And then downgrade that Explorer, which removes it. Alright. So discarding cards. I do also get a fear for Emerge from the Dreadwind Knight, so that's good. Alright, discard cards and go back to Growth. I'm going to do another Growth 2. No pieces to escape. And let's check out what minors I get. Alright, a little bit better here. Oops. Okay, so some of those cards that I was hoping for came back. So I've got Land of Haunts and Embers, Swarming Wasps, Call of Ferocity, and Land of the Right's Rejection. A little bit better, so let me check in on that and see what's going to work out best in this game. Alright, so I am back, ready for a tricky turn here. So I think I'm going to take Land of Haunts and Embers. Rights of the Land's Rejection is also a very good card here, but in this case I want the better elemental affinity from Land of Haunts and Embers, and I'm going to be rushing for a Fear victory anyway, so that's kind of the best option. And I'm not going to play it this turn though. Instead I am going to play Reach and Swallowed. I do have to go from top. Let's go ahead and go into, let's see, I think I'll just go in here, make it a little bit easier. Okay, so that's that. Let's go into fast powers. I'm going to use Swallowed by the Darkness, which will be 2 fear, and abduct this explorer. Then I've got the second level of Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence, so I'm going to abduct this town, move into B1, abduct this city, and then I think I'll move into, let's see, they're going to be leaving, I think I'll stay there, so that I'll be able to leave a trail of Deathly Silence and abduct the town that they build in B1 next turn. That's going to be the way to go. I also get to reach from the Infinite Darkness. I'm going to abduct some presents. Actually, I can abduct my my Incarna. That way, I think I'll be able to choose where to go next turn, and that'll be good. And since I'll be doing another Growth 3 for 2 pieces escape, let's go ahead and swallow up this present since it's going to get destroyed by the Ravage. Avoid that, and then I'll be able to just drop out 2 of my own pieces next turn without having to worry about the invaders escaping. So that's that. Am I really 1 fear away from... Let's see. So I got 2 fear from Swallowed by the Endless Darkness. I got 1 fear for Lost in the Endless Dark. 1 fear from Emerge from the Dreadwind. So, yeah, so unfortunately, I don't have a card in the high immigration spot yet, so it doesn't matter that I don't have a fear card. Perfect. So let's go ahead and go to an event. I've got Investigation of Dangers. On each board, add 1 Explorer to a land without invaders or Dahan. Sands is fine. Prey on the Unwary. Each beast destroys 1 explorer. So that's cool. So I get that beast, or that explorer destroyed. I also get this one here in the Endless Dark, which gets me a fear, actually. So fear cards and token effects affect pieces here as if they were in an inland land, but can't remove invaders. When they would instead 1 fear per invader they would have removed. And I think that applies for destruction as well. So I get 1 fear. Maybe not the best thing. I actually wanted to hold off that fear until the next turn, but we'll see how it works out. Then I've got Rouse the Spirits. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among its lands may use a slow power now. I do, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save my Lost in the Endless Dark for the slow phase. So it doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, Ravage in Jungle. So they'll get a Cascade here. I'll have that Cascade out into the Sands because that's the easiest one for me to deal with the beast there. This one, they're doing 1 damage. Dahan will fight back and clear that land for me. Build in Wetlands. And then explore into Sands. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I didn't do my fear card. Just earned it too. Alright, fear card is going to be Dahan attack. Each player removes 1 explorer from a lane with Dahan. So I would have just removed an explorer here, so they actually wouldn't have taken damage. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Going into slow powers, I do have Lost in the Endless Dark. So I have 1 fear per invader, which is 3. I may downgrade 1 invader. I'm going to downgrade the city. Then I'll discard cards and go back to growth. I realize I messed up my energy here as well. I actually have 1 energy left over after paying for those cards. Alright, I'm in a decent spot here, so I think I can kind of high roll a power card. Still gonna go for a minor, I think. If I go for a major, I'm going to have 4 energy, but I don't have great cards in hand. I do have Land of Haunts and Embers, but I really need a Moon Beast card in order to make this really worthwhile. So are my odds better for a Moon Beast card with majors or minors? Not sure. Majors or minors? I've got a 0 cost card. If I go for like... If I get Sleep and Never Waken, that would be fantastic. If I get Tigers Hunting, that would be okay. There are a couple majors that I can make work. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the major now. So let's gain a power card, gain a major. Actually, I'm gonna shuffle these because I think I might have forgotten to do that earlier. So there are a couple majors that work here. If I get Unlock the Gates of Power again, that's also gonna be a Moon Beast. And I have 4 energy, so I can afford that. Although if I go for a major, I'm probably going to have to reclaim next turn. Swallow plus reach. Yeah, let's go for the major. Yep, didn't get lucky. No luck with that. Death Falls is actually okay in this particular case. I don't hate it, but it's got no animal, which is a big problem. The only animal is Bloodwrack Plague. Man. Alright, let's check it out. I'm going to think about this draft, and then I'll come back in a little bit. Alright, I am back. I've made my decision. I'm going to go ahead and take Unrelenting Growth. Just because scaling really well with Breath of Darkness I think is going to be strong. This turn might not be amazing, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to add a presence from top so I can afford Unrelenting Growth. And let's go here. Let's see, they're going to Ravage there. I can't really do anything about that. Hoping for an event that just gives some defense here. If I have Presence into Han, there's a good chance that it will. Alright, so yeah, I've got 3 energy. I'm going to play Unrelenting Growth and Land of Haunts and Embers. Fortunately, I don't have an animal, which is a big problem. That means I'm not going to get Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence. But it is what it is. I'm still going to get Lost in the Endless Dark, and I'll get 2 presents off this turn, which is pretty good. Okay, so let's go into the fast phase. Now the question is whether I want to use Land of Haunts and Embers. I don't have a great target for it. Here, I'm not going to be able to stop a build. It's potentially 2 or 4 fear, but it seems a little too risky. So I'm just playing it for the elements in this case. Don't love it, but it kind of works. So pay for Unrelenting Growth. Okay, so no fast powers this turn. I'm going to go to an event. And I need my event to give me fear, actually, to stop the double build. So maybe I do use Land of Haunts and Embers just so I can get a fear card. This is a tricky game. If I Cascade, I mean, I'm going to get to a Blighted Island anyway. Maybe I do just use it in B1. And potentially could stop the B5 if I get a fear card or event that removes this Explorer if I do that. So yeah, I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to Land of Haunts and Embers here. I'll destroy my presence. 2 fear. Promising farmlands. That's a tough one. So add 1 town and city to an inland land with no towns or cities. Man, that's obnoxious. I think I go for the mountain. So I won't be able to stop that build, but that is what it is. I'll push this out. Push it here. Gonna be a problem, but if I empower my Incarna, I think it'll make it a little bit easier, so that is what it is. And that gets me 2 fear. So I do get a fear card, so I'll guarantee avoid the double build in jungle. Okay, now that I've put these 2 here, they are going to build there. It's all falling apart already. It's all falling apart already. Now I have to do it. Yep. Okay. Event. Dissolution threatened, immediately get avoided violence 1. So spirits are losing awareness and control of pieces of themselves. Each spirit chooses to destroy 2 presents, adding wilds in place of each. Add 1 of your destroyed presents to 1 of your lands. Next turn, all of your powers are slow and cannot be made fast. No, I don't hate that. I do kind of hate that. But the abduction here in fast I can do regardless, so that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm going to take the second option. I'm going to add a destroyed presence to 1 of my lands. Go here. Then Explorer's Wonder, so I'll destroy this Explorer. Lay ambushes during Ravage to Han, deal damage at the same time as invaders. Okay. And Fear card, Terror level 1. During the next normal Explorer, skip the lowest number of the land, matching the invader card on each board. Okay. They're going to build in jungles. Ravage in wetlands. Build in sands. And explore wetlands, but they'll skip B1, just explore B6. Okay. Slow powers, so we go to Unrelenting Growth. I'm going to add 2 presents. I think I'm going to go top. I want that Incarna empowered, I think. Definitely want the Incarna empowered. That's gonna be pretty good. So it's whether I go the 4 animal or the move presence. Oh, and I didn't forget a card for Unrelenting Growth. I am gonna forget Purifying Flame. So I have nothing in hand. I'll probably want to reclaim, which is not the worst thing. Also, I forgot to escape my pieces, just forgetting everything in this game. So I'll escape them now. Okay. Here's what it is. Yeah, let's go for the Empower and the Move of Presence. Okay, that's Unrelenting Growth. Now we go to Lost in the Endless Dark. 1 fear per invader, which is 3. Downgrade one of these towns. Discard cards and go back to Growth. I do have to reclaim now. Don't have 3 card plays, but with the Empowered Incarna, I think I'm okay-ish. So let's reclaim. I'm gonna gain a power card. I'm gonna gain a minor. Gift of Nature's Connection's okay. And Trap. Gift of Twin Days might not be bad. Once I get to 3 card plays, repeating Swallowed by the Endless Dark seems pretty good. Abduct 2 invaders, so let's take Gift of Twin Days. Let's take a little picture of that. Okay, so Gift of 10 Days. Going with this one. I realize now I forgot the England escalation as well, so let's remove that build. So now I'm all kosher with everything happening. Alright, so gain my power card. I get to move my Incarna to any land. Let's go in here. So actually with the movement, yeah, getting to 3 card plays is going to be better than getting the 4 animal, I think. Yeah, I think that's the right call. So I'm going to get 3 energy. Although, if I go for the 4 animal from last turn, then I would have been able to Unrelenting Growth again, which seems pretty good. Let's do that. I'm going to go full greed. So instead of getting that Move of Presence 1, I'm getting the 4 animal, so I can get 4 energy this turn. A bit of a retcon, but that's okay. And with that, I'll let all these pieces escape into this northern jungle. I think should be safest. I'll just stack up the explorers in here. And let's go Unrelenting Growth, Land of Haunts and Embers. Okay. So now we go into this this next turn. Interestingly, I don't have fast powers, except I do have a fast power with abduction since I'm empowered now. So I'm going to abduct this town. And everything else is slow. Alright, so that's that. Let's go into the invader phase. We'll get an event. Cooperation among towns. Invaders do +1 damage when ravaging in lands with towns and cities, and no strife. That's okay. Explorer's Blunder. Destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. Coming of Age. On each board, add 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan, and no blight or strife. Let's go in here. Did I forget to have Dahan in this land? I think I did. Also, I'm also 1 fear off again from having a fear card, which is problematic. Well, this game is just a complete mess. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Alright, they're going to build in wetlands twice, actually, because they have the... because I don't have a fear card there. Ravage and Sands. build again in wetlands. Exploring sands with the escalation. Alright, then we go to slow powers. So I've got Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence at the first level. But actually I can use Unrelenting Growth first. We'll unlock the moon though, so I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence. Yeah, if it's the first level, it doesn't matter. I can just move my Incarnate though. So let's do Unrelenting Growth. I'll get 2 presents in one of those Ravaging Lands. Let's go here. I'll move my Incarnate here with Trail of Deathly Silence. I've got Land of Haunts and Embers as well. I can get a lot of fear for this. I don't really want to cause a cascade, and I'm not going to be able to stop a build. But I can at least make B6 easier to deal with. If I'm going to be able to get them all up. See, suck one up, damage, move in. Gift of Twin Days. I might be able to do that. Might need another moon or air. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that's that. I am getting the Land of Haunts and Embers here. Push these guys out. I'll push them into this mountain. Get 2 fear. Then I discard cards and go back to growth. Okay. So, I don't really need the energy. I know I'm going to be playing 3 cards. I'm going to be playing Gift of Twin Days, Swallowed by the Endless Dark, and probably emerge from the Dreadwind Knight. Not a lot of lands with one thing, so that's a little bit tricky. I'm gonna go growth 2. Oh, I also get to downgrade this town. Before I forget, I'm just making a mess of this. Gotta fear for that. Okay. Yeah, so I want to gain a power card. I'd like to gain another major, I think. Maybe I'll get a skip. No skip still. Draw towards a Consuming Void. I don't love this draft. I'm just gonna forget something. Although, I could possibly threshold Irresistible Call. So let's forget Land of Haunts and Embers from discard and take Irresistible Call. I'll see. Maybe I'll be able to make a play with it. Okay, so I need to go top. Let's go here. Let's just go here. One piece escapes. I'll just put it in there. Okay, I get 5 energy. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and go into fast powers. I'm going to use Swallowed by the Endless Dark to do 2 fear and abduct this city. I'm going to use my Empowered Incarna to abduct a town. I'm going to leave a trail of deathly silence. I've got the second level. So let's do a damage here. Abduct that. Push my Incarna. I guess I'll push it over here. Do one more damage to ping that out. And push my Incarna over yonder. And then I'm going to use Gift of Twin Days so that I can repeat the lowest powered card, which is Swallowed by the Endless Dark. Let's do 2 more Fear. Gets me into Terror level 2, and I'll abduct this city. Got a lot of things abducted. Okay, yep. Let's go into an event. Another Blighted Island one. On each board with 6 or more Blight. 4, 5, 6. And 1 Blight to land adjacent to Blight. Great. On each board, destroy 1 Explorer or Town in a land with Beasts. Awesome, I can destroy this one. It's 1 Fear. And keep far from lands of Plague. On each board, push 3 Dahan from lands with Disease to lands without. Terror level 2. Alright, Discord. Each player adds 1 Strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Then each invader takes 1 damage per Strife that it has. Let's go here. Dahan Threaten. Each player adds 1 Strife in a land with Dahan. For the rest of this turn, invaders have -1 health per Strife to a minimum of 1. Okay, build in Sands. Ravage Wetlands. Wetlands are empty. Build in Sands. Maybe I should have done Terror of the Hunted here instead of Emerge from the Dreadwind Night. I think it's fine. Maybe. Okay. Too late to change. I've changed enough things this game. And then explore jungle with the escalation. Isolation build will be here with a town. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to go into slow powers. I'm going to do Lost in the Endless Dark. I do have the second level of this. So I'm going to do 1 fear per invader twice. That's 8 fear. So 3, 8. Pretty crazy. And then I get to downgrade any number of invaders plus another one once. So I'll downgrade the city to a town. And then downgrade everything here. So it'll be 1 town, 3 explorers. It's pretty awesome when you hit that. Alright, I also have Emerge from the Dreadwind Night. Ravaging in Sands. So I'm going to emerge here. Do 1 fear. Push this town into the mountain. Yep. Okay, that's that. I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. I would like to keep putting off my reclaim. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go top again. I think gain another major. See what I get. I hurt the beast. I did get Solidify. I got Sleep and Never Waken. That might be the savior. Okay, finally got the high roll. So yeah, let's take that. I'm going to forget Unrelenting Growth from discard. I get 5 energy. Gonna take from bottom. And I've got stuff in the sand, so that's fine. So let's go here. Okay. And then I play Sleep and Never Waken, Terror of the Hunted, and Reach from the Infinite Darkness. Actually, no, I will go here because I can remove a lot of those explorers. Okay. Alright, pretty good. So eventually, I got Sleep and Never Waken. Alright, let's go into it. So fast power, so I'm going to do Sleep and Never Waken here in B3. Invader skip all actions and target lands. 1 fear per 2 explorers that this removes. Remove up to 2 explorers, so let's remove 2. And then I have the threshold, so I can remove up to 6 explorers from among my lands. So 3, 4, 5. Didn't have a 6th. Well, actually, I might be able to get a 6th, so I'll hold off on that. I'll just keep these guys pulled up right now. Because I can also use Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence. I have the I have the highest level, actually. Wow. That's pretty dope. I don't think I've ever hit the highest level of this. I have 5 moon, 2 air, and 3 animal. That's cool. So let's do 1 damage here. I'm going to abduct that city. Push this guy. Problem is I don't have a lonely building. Protected the city. Okay. So I'll go there. The damage doesn't matter. I'm going to keep my stuff there. But I will use the last thing. I can move my Incarna to the Endless Dark and bring 1 invader from its land. So I'll bring that city. Maybe I could have done this a little bit differently. Let's see. If I had, so I have to do the move a presence 1. So if I had moved my presence into B7, I would have done 1 damage there, destroyed that explorer, then pushed over. Also could have used my Empowered Incarna to abduct a town there, so that's what I will do before using Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence. Now I'm good. So Leave a Trail, killed that explorer, pushed in here, did the damage to abduct the city, pushed in here, and then pull that city into the Endless Dark with the max level of Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence. That's that. Alright, so yeah, I'm done with Sleep and Never Waken, so this will be 1, 2, 3 fear for that. And Reach from the Infinite Darkness, so let's get some presence up. Don't need Sacred Sites too much, so let's go with that and that. Get those guys in there. Okay. Those are my fast powers. So let's go to an event. I've got Xenophobia. When ravaging in lands with Dahan, each individual invader does -1 damage to the land and +1 to Dahan. It's fine. Beast Chase Off Homesteaders. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Can't push out of the Infinite Dark and no other beasts. And then At Their Gates Demanding Redress. 2 fear per Dahan. per land with Tahana and cities, so 2 more fear. So now I'm generating fear. I'm going to be to terror level 3 this turn. Okay. Build in wetlands. Ravage in sands. This one's skipped. Empty there. Build in jungle. Explore coastal. That's fine. And I forgot my fear cards again, so let's go fear cards. I've got 3 Terror level 2 fear cards. Panic, each player adds 1 strife in a land with beasts, Dahan, all those things. Let's go here. Sense of Dread, remove 1 explorer or town from a lane matching a Ravage card. Ravage was sands, so I'm going to remove this town. And angry mobs in each lane with 2 or more. I had removed all the explorers in the fast phase, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's kosher now. Now we go to slow powers. So I'm going to do Lost in the Endless Dark, 1 fear per invader, which is 4. Then do it again. Downgrade 1 invader. Then downgrade all invaders. So remove the 3 explorers. This becomes a town, and then 2 more explorers. And I think I had 1 more town there, because I had 2 cities. Right. So not too much in the Endless Dark. And I've reached from, well, and I had Terror of the Hunted. So let's go ahead and put that, let's see, it's Terror level 2. These guys are going to escape because I'm going to reclaim, so let's just saddle them all with strife. Beasts are present, so I get 1 fear. Oh, I also get to add a beast there instead, because I have the highest level of Lost in the Endless Dark. This gets crazy. I can probably just reclaim loop. I'm gonna see if that works. Alright, so I think I'm adding 4 strife. Yeah, everything's gonna get a strife. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Terror of the Hunted's good. I'm in Terror level 3, but that probably doesn't matter. I don't think I'm gonna be able to destroy all the cities on the map. But it does make it good for fear cards. I'm gonna reclaim. Let's gain a minor. Yeah. Call the guard. Actually, not too bad up here, but I'll defend 3. I don't think I'll use it, but I'll go for call the guard. All of my pieces are going to escape, so let's escape them into jungles. Try to spread the towns out a little bit. I can put these in coastal. Presence, I'll spread out a little bit. And my Empowered Incarna. Let's see, one of these I'm going to skip The other one I need to take care of, so I'll probably just let this one ravage and try to get some strafe on it. Let's see, do I want to end there? Yeah, let's go here. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to get 5 energy. I'm pretty good on energy now. And I'm ready to go. So I think I'm going to do another Sleep and Never Waken. It's a fantastic card. Do I go Swallowed by the Endless Dark? I think I do. And could I do Gift of Twin Days? I can, so that's pretty good. I don't know if that's better than doing Terror of the Hunted though, and just getting a ton of strafe out into one of these lands. So Abduct. Trying to get my deduct order correct here for this. I think I can save Swallowed by the Endless Dark and Gift of Twin Days. Let's play him next turn. Hopefully I'll be able to have a next turn. And do Terror of the Hunted. And probably emerge from the Dreadwind Knight. Maybe even call the guard. Yeah. If I go Reach, I'll be able to keep stuff in the Endless Dark, but that's my only animal, so I don't want to do that. So yeah, let's do Emerge. Okay, perfect. So that should be all right. Let's go into fast powers. So fast power I'm going to use my Empowered Incarno to abduct this town. I'm going to use Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence, do 1 damage here. I'll do 1 damage to the town. Move here, abduct this town. Move back here, do 1 damage. Do 1 more damage, so this town is at 1 health. Yeah, I'll damage the city. The city's at 3 health. And then the last thing, I'm going to move my Incarna to the Endless Dark and abduct this town. Then I'm going to use Sleep and Never Waken on this land. So they're skipping all actions there. Then I remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, thanks to the threshold. So that's 3 more fear. Alright, getting close to my fear victory, and if I can hold this off, I am going to have 6 things in here, but I'm going to deal with that next turn. Okay, so yeah, let's go to an event. Got Life's Balance Tilts, so add a beast. I can't risk adding a Blight, so I have to do Fortify the Resilience of Life. Fortunately, it's pretty cheap for me, just 1 energy on each board, and a beast. Yeah, so I don't care about the plus health really, because I damaged this, so that's good. So let's add a beast. here. Now I'll add it there. Yeah. Okay, this was 1 energy. Discard the top minor power. It is slow, so I remove a blight. That gives me some breathing room. Let's remove it from the coast. Oh, this one actually doesn't have blight. I'll just do this this one. Yeah, this one. Invaders in Dahan have +1 health this turn. Sure. Okay. Did I have... I just hit Terror level 3. So two Terror level 3 fear cards. Telltales of Savagery. Each player removes 2 towns. Doesn't say each player. That's weird. Remove 2 towns or 1 explorer from a land with Dahan. Cool. So I'll remove that Dahan, and I'll remove this city. Because it has 2 Dahan. Dahan reclaim fishing grounds. Each player chooses a different coastal land and each gather 1 and 2 damage per Dahan. Sure. It's not going to do anything, so actually I'm just going to leave them there. So I'm going to choose this as the gather because it can't gather anything, so that's fine. Alright, build in sands. Ravage in jungle. So skipping here, this one's ravaging. This has 4 health because it took a damage, so that Dahan can fight back and destroy that city for 2 fear. And another fear card. I'm 3 fear cards away from victory. Gonna get a lot of fear in the slow phase and next turn. Build in coastal. And explore jungles and sands. It's fine. Skipping actions. Okay. Alright, so slow powers. Let's finish this turn out. So, I'm going to be skipping this one and then dumping a bunch of strife here. It's either Ravage and Coastal, so I could do... I'm going to merge from the Dreadwind Knight into this land. So I'm going to abduct this town. Do 1 fear. That's good. It gives me the full fear from Lost in the Endless Dark. Then I'll do Terror of the Hunted on this land. So it's going to be 4 strife and a fear. Alright, and finally Lost in the Endless Dark. So I have 2 levels of this. One of these will get removed. It's going to be 3... it's going to be 8 fear, so that's 2 fear cards. And these will get downgraded to explorers. Also add a beast there, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm 5 fear away from victory at the end of this turn. Let me take a little break so I can eat something before I have to go back to work. So I know this game has been a little scattered, but it's going okay. I might do it. Alright, and I am back, and while I was out at lunch I realized that I do have a win condition here. So I'm going to discard cards. Go back to growth. I'm going to reclaim again. Doesn't really matter what power card I get, so I'm just going to take a minor. So let's take a minor. I'll just take Cycles of Time and Tide. Get 5 energy. All pieces escape. Move my Incarnate to any land. This one's fine. And I'm going to play Sleep and Never Waken. Swallowed by the Endless Dark. And Gift of Twin Days. So with this setup, I don't have the highest level of Leave a Trail of Deathly Silence, but it doesn't matter. So let's get into it and go into the fast phase. I'm going to use Gift of Twin Days, so once this turn I can repeat my lowest cost power card. I'm going to use my Empowered Incarna to abduct a town. That's a city. Use Swallowed by the Endless Dark to do 2 fear and abduct a city. Repeat Swallowed by the Endless Dark to get 2 more fear and abduct another city. And then do Sleep and Never Waken to skip all actions, which I think I'll do, doesn't really matter, so I'll skip them here. Yeah, then I have the Threshold again, so I'm going to remove all of these Explorers, generating 3 more fear, which does get me to a Terror victory win. So tricky one. So thank you to the Discord for helping me out with those first couple turns. I took over from there, and then of course getting Sleep and Never Waken is key. I'm fine with it though. My luck the first couple power draws was terrible, so getting Sleep and Never Waken, it makes up for the bad luck to start with. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. It was a fun game. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This game was very scattered, so if I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comments below. I'm sure there are several. Hopefully they balanced out between helping and hurting me. But yeah, it feels good to get my first level 6 win with Breath of Darkness, and really the first level 6 win I've had against England in a little while. Haven't played it too often recently. The England games just take a while. But yeah, first England 6 game I've had probably in a couple months. So very fun one. Take care everyone, and I'll see you next week.